I have gone, I wouldn't say gone live, but I have posted every day on YouTube for the last 50 days. Today is day 50, and this video is about my reflection on what I've gleaned from this experience of daily posting. You might be for, you might be like, nah, that's not the way. However, this experience has truly helped pave my way into this YouTube space for real, for real. And so 50 days, y'all. And for those of you who don't know, my goal is to post 100 days daily every day. I'm supposed to possibly go, I'm like, I shouldn't say possibly, I've committed at this point. To go camping, not this coming weekend, I think, but it's the next weekend, or maybe it is this coming weekend. And I'm probably going to have to pre-record some things because with camping, you never know what your Wi-Fi internet situation is going to be like. And I'm thinking about that beforehand so that I can make sure that I'm still posting every day, which I was going to do this, I don't know in what order, but that segues nicely into the fact that I'm keeping a commitment to myself. I am keeping this commitment to myself. I said that I was going to go live every day for 100 days, right? And this is Glow's challenge. And so she gave you either 100 days or 365, right? And even 100 felt really daunting. Like every day for 100 days. I don't know what I've done every day for 100 every day. So today marks the halfway point, and I have kept this commitment to myself, this promise to myself, despite having days where I'm like, oh, I don't know what to talk about today. Or I'm super tired. Like now, I had a full day with these kids and multiple kids, like a resort pass day, pool, beach, food, just all the things in the sun. That is tiring. If you know, you know. And so, yeah, like today, I'm tired, still showing up, still doing this video, still gonna post it. No bells and whistles, just gonna post it. And there are times where I didn't feel so well, just like in my body, sniffly, just wanting to maybe lay down, still posted. Might have been a shorter video, still posted. And so it is within me to keep my promise to myself and keep a commitment that I made to myself because word is bond. And we often have this tendency to feel compelled to keep our word to others, but we will let ourselves down. And we will not keep the promises that we made to ourselves, either because of lack of motivation or lack of discipline or just, whatever. But word is bond to self too. And so I'm loving that I'm like, oh, I've done it. I'm like, I could do it. And I believed I could do it. It would just felt big. It felt daunting, but you take it one day at a time. That's what I did. I took it one day at a time. And so here I am, 50 straight every day, straight daily days later, every day for 50 days. Here I am at my halfway mark. So, yeah, the one of the biggest things that I've gleaned is that you could do this because I'm doing it and I did it and I'm 50 days in. And I'm being proactive and thinking about if there is a scenario or situation in which I may not be able to do it, that I need to prepare for that. I need to do something to make sure that I prepare for that. And that is really important too. And that's probably going to have its challenges because it leads me to my second thing. I do this off the cuff. I do not have a spreadsheet of things to talk about and a list of things. Like I started off with kind of like some ideas. I will jot down some ideas sometimes, but I haven't really looked at it in this process. I've basically been like, okay, what's on my mind? What's on my heart? What's something that has happened to me recently? What's something that I've thought about recently? What's a feeling that I have had? Like that one that I did a few days ago around, I was walking around the mall feeling real confident for some reason. And I started to ask why. And this is what I came up with. And I shared that in that video as we talk here about how we deepen our relationships with self and have that feel good relationship with self. That was what I felt that day. So I'm not scripting these. I don't have an idea bank at the moment. I mean, I'm not against it. I just don't. And so I'm coming in and I'm thinking a little bit about what I want to say. Whenever it comes to me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk about that. I talk through it out loud a little bit to myself. What are the things that I kind of want to land? And I press record. And that's a lot of trust. I'm trusting that I'm going to be able to come off the cuff and say something, come off the cuff, come off the dome, and say something that's going to be beneficial, that's going to be motivating or encouraging to the person that I'm having the conversation with. You never know, unless that person says something in the comments. You don't know how they feel or what they're thinking. And so that trust in myself, a trust in my voice, that I have to trust that I'm going to say something valid even if I haven't rehearsed it. That is a beautiful skill and an awesome thing to be a part of. And I'm like, I'm doing this regularly when I press record because I'm not planning this stuff out. And so trusting my voice has definitely been a big one, in addition to keeping that commitment to myself and realizing, yo, word is bond. Now, what's interesting about this process, I have been on the social medias, okay, first starting with Facebook and then moving as my main, Instagram as my main. Did I have a side? I feel like Instagram was my main, but I didn't really have a side social, Facebook was my main. I think I'm a serial monogamous, even in social media, pretty much. I'm like, okay, Facebook's my main. Instagram was my main, and now YouTube is my main. I like to focus my energy in a space and in a place. I'm very excited about this YouTube journey because, again, I've been on social media for a while. I remember Facebook first came out with live videos, and I was nervous just to press record, but I did it, and live videos became part of a big part of how I showed up at that time on social media. And I've looked at YouTube. I peeked over. I'm like, okay, I see you, YouTube. And I've always been incredibly intimidated about pursuing YouTube because YouTube felt like it almost felt like a career move. Like you needed to take this really seriously because this is like you being a YouTuber is like it's like a career. You know what I mean? It's a profession that you choose and that you nurture. Whereas I didn't feel that like being a Facebooker or an Instagrammer, it didn't have the same weight. But realizing that this space had that weight because it had the potential to really cultivate and create community. I'm still fairly new on here. I'm a baby YouTuber, but realizing that I like long form, realizing that I like having conversations like this, realizing that I enjoy being on a platform that um, still nurtures and rewards long form content beyond 30 seconds or 3 minutes. And I'm not saying that I know TikTok is like, yeah, you can have 10 minutes, you can do that. But it's just like long form video and the spaciousness you have for creativity. Now, some of these videos I have played with editing because that's this month I've been learning that skill. Last month was like try your hand at thumbnails and just learning different skills as I'm learning and layering on the skill of just coming on here and having these camera conversations with you. But I um I'm not like editing a lot. I don't want to lose the natural flow and ebb and flow of conversation by over editing or things, but I do see this as an opportunity at some point to expand creatively. What can this look like? What do I want to create? This makes me a creator. And this is interesting because I'm having a real time moment. Because I definitely was thinking to myself, I don't think of myself as a content creator. My husband would be like, you're a content creator. Other people might be like, you're a content creator. You're creating content on the internet. When I see content creators, I think of somebody. We were at the beach today, and this girl was on the beach with her tripod. She was too far. I don't know what she was saying, but she was dancing and she was, pointing at the tripod, and she was, you know, gesticulating and gesturing and making content. And I'm like, okay, that's a content creator. Like I was not out there with a tripod, and I was not out there curating and creating content in that way. I do a lot of talking head. And so I don't think of myself as a content creator, but I just realized as I'm talking to you in real time that I'm talking about allowing myself to get creative around my content. I'm literally saying that I am a content creator. Because I was like, I'll claim YouTuber, but I'm not going to claim content creator. And I think having this conversation with you right now in real time, I'm claiming content creator. And I didn't want to claim that because it felt like something that was out of my league on this platform because I'm still very new at this. But yeah, I claim myself as a YouTuber and I claim myself as a content creator. Boom, bam. And YouTube, I feel like as a YouTuber, this was the best way for me to jump into an intimidating space, to not be flashy, to not have a whole lot of editing, to not feel like I have to create this long script, to not feel like I have to be performative, to not feel like I have to be like, hey, you guys, welcome to my channel, like be all up in your face. Sometimes my energy is up. Sometimes my energy is a little bit lower. Does that take from the conversation? Does that make the conversation less than? Does that devalue what it is that I have to say? No. So I feel as if this was the perfect way for me to slide into this space. And I don't think that I would have said I was a YouTuber or a content creator. I don't know why I put it in air quotes. We're gonna erase that. Erase it. I feel like I wouldn't have said I was a YouTuber or a content creator had I not showed up consistently for 50 days. Because if I was wishy-washy and stuff like that, I'm like, I can't really say I'm a YouTuber. I can't really say, I can say I'm a content creator because I'm on other platforms, but I can't really say I'm a YouTuber, so I'm not gonna. But having shown up here every day for 50 days, oh yeah, I can claim that now. I can claim that because I've proven that I can be consistent. I'm proving that I am consistent. I'm proving that I am solution oriented and kind of resilient, not to anybody else, but to myself. That I'm like, oh, okay, you do this, you have earned the spot in YouTube, and you have taken on a platform that you once felt very intimidated by, but you have stripped it to the bare bones of not being this intimidating thing that it requires a whole production. This is not saying, okay, don't put words in my mouth. This is not saying that I don't intend to grow. Like I said, I'm learning something all the time, and I'm implementing a little something new every month for myself so that I can learn and that I can grow. However, I'm showing up, and I have showed up every single day for the last 50 days, and I've got 50 to go in this 100-day journey. Yeah. And I think that that is pretty dope, to be in a space where I'm trusting myself, to be in a space where I can claim content creator in YouTube, to be in a space where I'm realizing and recognizing how much I enjoy long form content. And I did a similar video at 26 days into this process because it was my birthday. And I was like, this is what I want to talk about on my birthday. I want to reflect on this YouTube journey. And I was not so happy to admit how much emphasis I was putting on the numbers. I'm like, okay, that's the views. Okay. Because I feel like people who market to people who or don't have like big views on YouTube are like, so if you're only getting 300 to 500 views, and I'm like, chat, what if you're getting 5? What if it's 7? Okay, what are you talking about? And attached to that number, my husband was like, you expect to just, what is your expectations here? Slow and steady wins the race, baby. Be the tortoise. And I'm like, okay, I'll be the tortoise. So here I am being the tortoise and showing up and being consistent and putting out content that I feel good about and that I'm proud of. Every video is not a banger. Every video is not for everybody. But I feel good when I hop on the mic and I come in here. I feel good about the conversations that we're having, the messages that are coming from it, the nuance that I'm hoping is being delivered through the screen, the insights, the reflections, the lessons, all of that. I feel good about what it is that I'm putting out there because I'm being myself and I'm being real with you and I'm having these conversations, and I don't feel like, cringe or performative. And so I don't think I could have done this journey any other way. I think this made it possible for me. It made it palatable for me. It made it accessible for me because I'm looking at people that probably have years and years and years and years on YouTube and how what their production value looks like and how they've set everything up and what mics they're using. I'm like, I'm using this little lapel mic and I'm using my computer camera right now because my phone camera, tried to play me. That doesn't mean I won't upgrade, doesn't mean things won't shift, but everybody's got to start somewhere. And this is where I'm starting. And I feel really good about this. I'm happy. I am looking forward to, let's do that segment last. Let me close it out with what I'm looking forward to since I've already shared my insights at this halfway point. Can you just give it up for the halfway point? I can't believe it. 50 straight days. Anyway, sorry, I'm having a moment of like, I just felt a little anxious in my body. Like, what if I miss a day? Because things are happening a lot in the next couple of weeks, but I will not. I'm going to show up regardless. That's the point. You might see something that was filmed on my phone and just roll with me, stay with me. But what I'm looking forward to is looking forward to the opportunity to build community here. I hear YouTubers talk about that a lot, and I'm interested to see what that looks like in real time and what I can experience in that. Because I imagine it's a two-way conversation. It's people that are posting in the community, asking questions or sharing things. It's people that are putting things in the comments so that the conversation be continued. And then seeing repeat faces that are coming because they're showing up to see what you have to say. That's powerful and that's humbling. And I look forward to the opportunity to create community here on this platform, in this space, because we're dealing with, oh, I see my eyelids, y'all. You'll have to excuse me. I can't control it. I'm so tired. but, mm, but this is our opportunity to show up in the space and have these conversations. And I'm looking forward to building upon that and seeing how that grows. And yeah, that's the major thing that I'm looking forward to. And I want to be clear when I say, well, what if it's 5 views? What if it's 7 views? That's 5 people that spent time with me. That's 7 people that spent time with me, even if it was for a little bit. Time is precious, and they spent some on me because they felt like, hey, she's got something that I want to hear. She has something to say. She has something that makes sense. And I so appreciate that. And I appreciate you, if you've gotten this point in this video, listening to my ramblings and musings about my halfway mark, 50 days of posting daily here on YouTube, finally claiming being a content creator and a YouTuber in real time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. For those of you who are watching, for the few of y'all who are watching me on your TV, child, I feel like I wasn't meant to be that big. I feel like I said it to my I said it to my husband. He was like, don't play small, be big. Be big. But I'm like, dang, you watch me on the screen. Okay. How close are you to my pores? Okay, right now. Um, but thank you, in all seriousness, to all of you who are showing up and rocking with me. If these kind of conversations that we're having where we're deepening our relationships with self, having feel good relationships with self and with our partners and others, and sometimes lessons and musings and reflections on the biggest change, challenge, and transition that we are going through right now, which is living abroad with our family. If that's your vibe, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That helps. I appreciate it. And I hope to be able to continue this conversation and this journey with you. Let's go. And I'll see you tomorrow.